some links shared here, and then we'll get started and have a little bit of a talk. I see Mother Nature is off her meds again. Because it's cold as hell today here again. We are live on X, Locals, Rumble, and YouTube this morning. Good morning, welcome in. I'm trying to share links, but X doesn't want to cooperate here. Morning, Thomas. How are you today, sir? There, we finally got something. One more link to go here. Sorry, I'm still a little groggy this morning, so please bear with me. Yes, good morning, Whiskers. Hi. I do not want your ass in my face this morning, Whiskers. Hello again, Thomas, over on Locals. Very sad to hear about the loss of George Foreman last night. Good morning, Latoya. Yeah, Latoya, you can bring your friends over. You know that. I hope you know that anyway. If anyone wants to come up and join me, let me know. I'll send you a link. You can send me email to I might have to go in and make me some coffee. I can't type for shit this morning. That he was, Thomas. That he was. I don't know of any of these boxers that in Foreman's heyday that could have went head to head with him. Maybe a handful. Really, Tinge. But yeah, Tyson. Yeah, I don't even really know. I don't know that I would. I don't know if I would place Mayweather and Foreman in the same ring. Morning, Cassie. No, you're not getting my chocolate milk. You're trying to mug me for everything this morning. I brought a little bit of baggie of chips out to have for breakfast. Fluff. Damn it, Fluff. Fluffy just threw y'all on the floor. Fluff, you're in the way, dude. Can you please move over here? Come here, Fluff. Fluffy. Yeah. He was definitely a man that knew how to market himself, Thomas, that's for sure. Well, the cute and cuddlies are out this morning, as you can see. You had fun yesterday? That's what I'm going to guess. You had fun, Latoya? Latoya wants me to guess what happened yesterday. I'm going to say that you had fun. That's what I'm hoping, anyway. Habu. Empty your preface. Empty your preface. Yeah, this is my boo. Alrighty. I don't know where everybody's at, but I guess you're just stuck with me for right now. I apologize. Well, there you have Fang now, too. Fang, Boo, and the Squatch. Oh, nope. Now here is Casper. They're trying to get me to give them some more chips. We have sea salt flavored chips here. We don't chew on cords, Cass. Um, I have not heard anything back yet, Thomas. I will message up there in a little bit, see if I can get a hold of somebody while we're on the show. I'm gonna bop you, not you, Thomas. Um, but yeah, as soon as about 8:30, quarter to 9, I'll shoot a message up there and see if I can get a hold of somebody. If he doesn't have his phone on him, his wife usually does, and she's pretty good about answering. So, but there's a salty old dog. He'll be okay. High fluffs. For those of you who might not have heard yesterday, Boats had to be taken into emergency surgery. They had to pull the spinal stimulator system out of him, and because he had an infection in that area. So, um, as of this morning, I do not have any updates on him. Your friend took your mod away. That's not fun. Did they give you a reason why, Latoya? Here, actually, I'll shoot a message up now. We'll see what's going on. Hmm. We lost the chat. Let's head over to Twitter and see what's going on there and X, shall we? Is this thing screwed up again? X is doing a survey. It says, which of the following brands comes to mind first when you think of sports betting sports books? It says BetMGM, DraftKings, ESPN Bet, Fanatics Sportsbook, or none of the above. None of the above for me. I don't like any of them, so I don't use them. Oh my. Did you hear about all the stuff going on down in Florida? Apparently down in Fort Myers, Florida, the city council was woke and was trying to create um, a sanctuary city in the state of Florida in Fort Myers. And they were told that they either voted to allow their sheriff's office to work with ICE, or the attorney general said he was going to come and yank them all out of their seats. Yeah, they were so woke. Get over here, Fluff. They were so woke down there that they were crying over this stuff, man. They're crying over illegal immigrants. Let that sink in. They don't care enough about regular people who live here. Us, the people who are native born. We're not the important ones. The illegals are. I really don't know what to think about these people. These people just have no idea what the hell they're even talking about most of the time. But they voted it down the first time, and then they got a letter from the attorney general telling them that if they didn't rectify the situation, that they would take care of it, because Florida, as a state, has a no sanctuary city um, a law in the state that you cannot be a sanctuary city. But yeah, there's that. Sorry, y'all. I'm doing a little bit of multitasking. If I'm oh, come on, you guys. Any other time you all don't want on me. But yeah, so after all the tears and all that stuff, they came back, had an emergency meeting, and unanimously, which is the crazy part. The first vote was split 3-3, which is why we do not have an even number on our board or council. I do not want any ties. So, um, but yeah, they voted unanimously to allow the bill to pass, and all the bill was it was for getting federal training. Hi, Sweet Pea. Good grief, you guys are killing me this morning. But yeah, all it was a resolution for their police department to be trained by ICE so that they could be let into the database and see if somebody had a warrant for deportation or not. We might have to hook up something and go for a walk, you know it. But I think. Boo, 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 boo. Okay, let me see here. I might have somebody joining us as a guest this morning. But yeah, he's a busy dude, so there we go. Alright, link was sent. Fluff. Alright, now lay down. Weather's been like a roller coaster. Yeah, you're getting snow again, aren't you? Let me go here. Change location. Right now in Minneapolis, Minnesota, it is 18 degrees. You're going to have a high of 47. Don't let me go past that. Flippers. Not really. Let's see. Yeah, they're saying like 10 o'clock tonight you're supposed to start getting snow. But, yeah. Oh my. Sorry, guys and gals. I don't know where everybody else is at. Let's see what is going on. Acting ICE Secretary just revealed they arrested 68 members of Tren de Aragua within the last 48 hours. That was posted 18 minutes ago. I will share the link in the chat. You can click on it and watch it and read it if you want. No. Annandale. All right, give me 1 second there, Mr. Tomas, and I will go check that one out. Oof. You're sitting at 16 degrees, Thomas. And you see a fly, right? Here, go get a fly. Yep, that's Fang, Miss Latoya. Oh, no, that was Boo. This is Fang here. This is Fang. This is Fluff. They're my boys. You at your friend's channel? Very nice. So, but yeah, it's 18 degrees. They're saying unlimited visibility, the nice clear skies. Sunrise will be at 7:14 a.m. for you. Sunset 7:31. And then they give you a temperature chart and stuff like that. Could be interesting. Hi, Sweet Pea. They're all making the rounds to get on the show today, ain't they? Bunch of buttheads.
Hello.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good.
That's good.
Yeah, I saw that you called. I can't. I don't know what is up with me, but oh
Hey,
well.
if you were sleeping good, you were sleeping good. I wasn't gonna, call a third time and interrupt it if you were that sleeping that hard. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah. Whew.
Thomas says making the sap run nice for the maple syrup. Yummy, yummy. Let's look up.
Lay down.
I don't wanna.
I don't. You're you're actually up, Mom. Lay down.
And for where Jamie is, it is 38 degrees. We're gonna have a high of 65 degrees today.
Hey, Thomas.
And they're probably happy to see you because I'm boring as shit today. I can't get my brain out of this fog.
Dude, you and me both. But I'm sick though.
Yeah.
Uh, if I need to uh put in my earbud, let me know. Um, I've got it charging up right now.
You're fine.
And I really don't want to put it in.
Yeah.
That's why I
I'm
just say it.
sure. I'm sure that it probably bothers the pressure in your ear too.
It does, and it causes like the pimples and stuff in there.
I get it. Not a problem. You're fine.
Oh shit.
So, but I don't see any precipitation in your future today, Jamie.
Nope.
Let me go hourly and see what they say. Feels like 35 degrees, 82% humidity, winds out of the northwest at 3 miles an hour. It's a good day to have a fire, Jamie.
Right?
Go back to your parents' house with a 55-gallon drum and just start chucking shit in it and poof.
Right? Yeah, I should. I'm going through stuff. Oh yay, me.
When I was a kid, where my dad worked, and then eventually where I worked as my first real job, I was allowed to bring home as many skids as I wanted to. That's a bad thing to say to a 14 to 16-year-old kid.
Yeah.
I had a stack of skids out here over 10 feet tall
Oh
down
shit.
here down here in the bottom field. 5 gallons of gasoline and a nice big poof, and me going flying later. We had a hell of a bonfire going,
Oh wow.
and yeah, I mean we partied. We got to party all night that night. It was a good day. It was a good time.
Oh, that sounds like a good time.
Kids these days don't get to do shit like that.
Simba playing with her toy.
Yay, Simba!
Yeah, and then I reached out for her and she's like, "Oh, mom, I get to be petted."
JR got in trouble last night.
No, yeah.
I told him, I said, dude, you're trying to get kicked out of the house, aren't you? I said, I don't want to see it happen, but I can't fight it when you're doing stupid shit like you did. Went in on my parents' carpet and pissed in their bedroom.
Oh shit.
Well, they used to have a dog that did that years ago. Kitty was maybe 9 or 10 when the dog passed away, and I just think that he's smelling that urine smell there from the dog,
Yeah.
because it doesn't matter how good of a job you do, you can. The only way you get rid of that smell is to completely pull up all the carpet, the padding, you know, scrub the floor good, and even sometimes that doesn't get it out of the floor.
Yeah, because then you got the subfloor and stuff.
Yeah. So I said
Somebody.
to a couple of friends of mine, I was like, would it be worth it for me to do it, or should I just buy pre? Um, Sorry, I just lost my train of thought. It completely derailed on me.
You were talking about buying something.
Yeah, we were talking about. Oh, hey Fred. Good morning,
Hey,
buddy. So you could always take in, depending on what kind of wood floor. If it's wood flooring, like hardwood flooring, you could always sand it down too to get down under where that smell is. But hell, if you're going to go through all that, you might as well just refinish the floors and leave them uncarpeted, in my opinion, anyway. Thomas says, I've got a big stack of cordboard to burn today if the winds die down. Well, I hope they die down for you, bud. What is going on, Mr. Fred?
oh, just trying to keep freezing my butt off.
Right? A couple nice days, and all of a sudden I wake up this morning, I'm like, fuck, I think there's going to be
Whoa.
snot sickles coming out my nose.
Well, right here where I'm at, I mean, I can see the cloud. I mean, it's like it starts right here and goes north, but it's pushing off to the east, right across 20. I mean, right across I-70.
I-70.
From about Charleston all the way across.
Oh, my. I messaged Mike. Mike said, I hope to see y'all in the morning. And, I don't know. I'm starting to wonder. Okay, y'all. We need to mess with Mom. How can I do it? Should I tell her Katie's pregnant?
Hey, mm,
I got my
yeah,
door locked out here.
I want a stopper grenade.
Well, are you bringing her a grenade, Fred? Because I don't know. I don't think she has one.
Well, y'all had everything else other than that damn garage.
That being said, though, she does have access to my safe. So. Okay, we're not going to say that. Thomas said, Sir Fred.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So I have not gotten any updates on boats since yesterday before the show. I'm still. I messaged him this morning, so hopefully I'll get an answer back here shortly. I guess I could go check his Facebook, huh? I'm sure they updated it.
Somebody. I don't know if I'll be able to go to the house today. I'm exhausted. Yeah. I'm just gonna be here today tomorrow.
Prologue. Oh, that's from 2023. Never mind. I was like, what the hell is he talking about? Prologue.
Ah,
Oh wow. So apparently, Boats and them made a big purchase on March 2nd. They got another. They got another. A new vehicle. It looks like.
These kiddos. Look at her. That's what she did today.
Hi, Skittles. Oh my God, you guys! Did you hear that? Like I did my whistle, and all you hear is cats jumping everywhere. Holy crap! You're being such a good girl. Tiny, are you gonna come say hi to Skittles? There's Tiny. Oh, big stretches. Stick my butt at the camera for everybody to look at. Thomas says, is it true he actually had butt implants removed? I don't know that. I think he has enough ass that he doesn't need implants, Thomas.
who's that?
Boats.
Boats?
Yeah.
He probably got it dilated.
Oh, shit.
That hole.
So, wait, go ahead, Fred. I'm sorry.
No, I was gonna say that whole procedure, not him, the other thing, but
Mm-hmm. I know what you're talking about.
I don't understand how they can leave, and I've got nothing against. If they want to change their business, that's their business. But don't join the military to get them to pay for it and then quit. I think you ought to have to do 10 years. 5 of that needs to be deployed.
Well, no, you were muffled there, Jamie. Yeah.
That better?
Yep, better.
Yeah.
Okay. My bad.
No, we just want to make sure we hear you. That's all. But yeah, I can't get past the fact that
I just don't think the military ought to be paying for this.
We shouldn't. No.
I don't think these, and I don't think these. The uniform is a uniform. I don't think you should forego the head cover for a turban. I'm sorry. That may be wrong of me to think like that. But you know what? I gave up a lot of things to join the military, and I followed it to the letter. It's what it was about. It's about getting attention to detail and order. But now we're just going so far out of order and making adaptations for this, making adaptations for that.
So
I mean, the whole thing of that was you take your head cover off when you go into a building. They don't. So, and I think it's disrespectful.
Yeah.
I get it, bud. That's part of the culture thing. If your culture clashes with us that badly that you can't wear the uniform correctly, then yeah, I agree with you. They shouldn't. I don't know that I would completely trust them at that point.
No, it's
Yeah.
not about trusting the person. By no means.
Well,
It's
for me,
it's about following order. It's
no, I get
Yeah,
about
that part.
it's about setting up order.
because like we're supposed to do it, but if they're allowed to do whatever they want, then it's like, why are we kind of stuck with the rules? Like, like if one
Well,
person gets in trouble, then everybody gets in trouble. It should
It's about
stop.
uniformity and order.
no, I get
The
what you're
only
saying. I
well,
agree.
the only exception that I saw that I was agreed to that I could get past was some guys in the Navy due to their complexion and problems couldn't shave because for obvious reasons. But you got a what we call them a chit. I don't know what they call them, all other branches, but you got permission. Those guys don't shave their beards. How can they tell me I can't grow one and he can?
Right.
Thomas says standards for all. Yep.
And that kind of sucked too, because I went to the Navy so I could grow my beard, and about 4 years into it, they stopped all beards in the Navy because everybody let their grooming standards get out of whack.
Yeah.
So, since we're on that subject of uniforms and stuff, I have an idea I would like to run by you all and see what you think about it. What do you think about? I'm going to be ordering wooden keychains here soon. I can get 300 of them for like $20. That comes with all the hardware and everything. So I'm thinking on one side putting our website, right, the Bridging Pathways for a Better Pathway.com. And on the other side, I want to put pictures of veteran service pictures on the other side. What do you think of that? You think that would be a good or a bad idea?
Where are you going to hand them out at? Have you got some functions lined up for this?
There's a couple places that I want to go to, but right now we've got to get our ducks in a row and
That's when I'd
we're
wait
ready.
until we got our ducks in a row.
But it's going to take
It's
me a
not,
while to start printing that stuff out. That's why I'm saying if we want to do that, I'd have to start already, because I would do that in house. But I would, if you got, it would be up to any of the vets. I would have to have their permission before I would do anything with their picture, you know. So
Chris, I don't know. I just I have an opinion on it, but it's y'all have already battled that opinion. I mean, if you got some functions and festivities lined up to go set up at, that's one thing. But if we don't, we're throwing money that may or may not be needed for something else in the meantime. That's just my opinion.
no, I get it.
Oh, that's why you asked for our pictures. Okay. Yeah, I sent you like a shit ton last night.
Yep.
I thought I was dreaming I did that, and that's why I'm like kind of hidden right now because I wanted to be like, did I do something like that last night? I don't remember.
Yeah, I reacted. So no, but I get what you're saying, Fred. And again, I throw out ideas for sometimes just to get them out there so that I can come back and be like, oh yeah, I said that back then, and that's just to kind of get it out there and bounce it off of
Well,
people
it's
and
kind
see what
of
they
it's
think.
kind of like that discussion me and you had offline, about the general consensus from other people.
Yeah.
If we got some events and stuff that we want to set up, put a tent up or a booth up or a table up and say, hey, we're here. This is us and this is what we're doing. That's one thing. But other than word of mouth right now, we don't have, we haven't put ourselves out there.
I'm working on it, bud. I am.
I know. I'm not dogging your idea. I mean, if that's what you're doing to prep for it, but we got to have something in place with an intention to go forward because we've got a lot of stalemating going on right now
I agree with that.
and a little in-house arguing that needs to be settled out before we move forward. And that's just my opinion.
We'll get it all hammered out. It'll be okay. So,
I mean, if you want to put out $20 for it, put it out there. I'd hate to do all this and then it just get put in a box somewhere or in a crock of shit somewhere.
Fred's afraid he's gonna end up with about 100 keychains with all your pictures all over them.
Put my sexy ass on there, they'll sell.
Well, send me one of your service pictures. But
I'll send you a before and after picture. Like, oh shit, he needs some help.
Yeah, he does.
Here's my debit card, my credit cards. Take it all. That motherfucker, boy.
Right?
Hey, you didn't have to agree so quickly.
Thomas said break the stalemate so we can move on. Working on it, Thomas. I got some plans in order. We're gonna take care of it.
Damn, I'm sexy this morning. Look at that shit. Woo!
No, you're not. Just kidding.
Oh, okay. No, that's all right. What goes around will come around.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry, Thomas. I didn't see that. Thomas says it pisses me off. Hey, Cal. Cal says, hey, everyone.
Hi. Mike.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Morning, bud. I missed a comment from Thomas up here. It didn't show up on my phone. But Thomas said it pisses me off that a guy can't get tooth implants but can get a sex change. Cal says, good morning, great to see you all. Good to see you too,
tooth
bud.
Implant. Who needs tooth implant?
I do. I'm missing a tooth.
It's funny. He said that because I was dreaming a while ago that I split the end of one of my teeth, and I was pissed.
They say if you have a dream about losing your teeth like that, you're actually going to lose it. I actually did, but prior.
I'm already missing about 6. My front teeth now are so sharp because I have to process all my food up front because I got grinding power at the back.
Yeah. Well, I eat all my food on the left side. Because I'm missing a tooth on my right side, and it's like I'm starting to get a cavity on my left side. It's like, oops.
Holy shit, Cal. Well, it's good news, but that really sucks that they screwed you over. Cal said, I got great news for everyone. I'm selling my other house finally. He's getting $32,500 for it. Found out the in-laws stripped the pipes out. Meth heads.
Wow.
Apparently, they went through and gutted the pipes to sell for scrap. That's fucked up, man. But at least you got it sold and can move on now, bud.
Takes all kinds.
So I was incredibly entertained by Eddie's face of what the fuck last night, Mike.
With the groundhog?
The raccoon, yeah.
Oh, raccoon, yeah. That was this morning.
He was. Was that? Did I hear him hiss at the raccoon, or was the raccoon hissing at you?
Yeah, he was hissing at the raccoon. He was outside. I heard the one raccoon was in my recycle bin, and I looked out the door. The other one was eating cat food, and Eddie was out there. The Eddie smacked him on the ass on the way in the door.
That's funny.
He's a cocky little bastard. Guess he's got a little bit of me in him after all.
Got a little cock in him.
Yeah, got a little cock in him.
Cal says, "Hey, 32.5 is pretty good. We bought it for 34.9. He says can pay off my debt
with complete with plumbing."
Well, yeah. Imagine what you would have got had the plumbing still been in there.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That would have probably added another 10 grand to it, at least in my opinion. Really, dude?
Yes, really.
I cannot. Just nope.
Like a bird, I'll fly away.
Somehow they flipped the freaking cat bed off the counter and fell off.
I watched Junior last night. He went underneath the road through the drain pipe, came out the other side, and he was sneaking up on these fucking deer. There's about 14, 15 deer across the street. And he was sitting there watching them for 15 minutes. And then he took off, and the fucking deer actually looked like they were going after him, looking for him. These fucking cats around here, man. They're crazy.
Cassie said, "Coffee's ready. Who wants some?"
Me.
I need some. Apparently, I'm over here all foggy brain.
Yeah, my last one's got cold. It won't go to waste, but it's got cold. I need a warmer upper.
Cal said there's a fox on his property somewhere. Cute lady fox, very mischievous. She loves the cat food I leave out. Dunkin' Donuts, it just always tastes burnt to me. I don't know. Does it taste better?
Oh no! If it's Dunkin' Donuts coffee, I'm good.
Cal said he just made a pot of regular Dunkin' Donuts regular coffee.
I'm a Folgers or community coffee guy.
I used to work for Maple Donuts, so I don't do Dunkin' Donuts.
Thomas says that's why everyone's using PEX, because copper is crazy expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got into the house and completely redid all the water lines and stuff under the house with PEX. So they make these insulation things that you can wrap around them to make sure they don't freeze and stuff. Cal says, "I'll make you some iced coffee when I come see you, Chris." If you're talking about this, I drink one of these every once in a while, but I'm just reusing the bottle because It's
good.
actually safer for you to use glass bottles than plastic. I mean, I know
Yep.
there's already so much plastic in my system already. It really
Yeah.
doesn't matter, but this is just chocolate milk this morning. Cal said Folgers is too acidic for him.
Cool. Acidic
Yeah,
butt.
yeah, it's kind of got a bite to it.
You know what kind of coffee we usually use? The
Your
cheapest
ass?
that we can find.
Yeah.
But just a reminder, I think it's going to start about 11 o'clock. I got to talk to Jay. But we are going to do a Back to the Future marathon today. All 3 movies.
Oh shit.
So,
What do y'all think about George Foreman dying?
yeah,
Didn't
I'm
see
sad
that.
to hear it. Yeah, he passed away last night.
Oh shit.
So, I think it was right after. No, it was during the show last night. Was when it was breaking because I talked about it last night on the show, didn't I, Jamie?
Huh.
I'm pretty sure, anyway.
Jay Paul be calling him out.
Alright, there we go. I got my stuff connected to my earbud.
That was funny, Mike. Sounds about right. You wouldn't have to share the purse, right?
Yeah.
George would have played that bullshit Mike played. He'd have whooped his ass
Uh-huh.
or tried to.
Yeah.
I'm a little disappointed, Mike,
Me
that
too.
he went through the show, but he needed the money just as bad as the rest of them did. So
Oh, you could see he was holding his shit back.
yeah, he was. If you looked
Yeah.
at him when he was training, when they were doing all those videos of him training,
Yeah.
versus what he put out, yeah,
Yep. And quite a few punches. If he'd have swung like he did in practice, he'd have knocked that skinny little white bitch out.
yeah, he did some damage.
Yep.
Well, I mean, when you were watching him practice, especially when he was using the heavy bag or he was doing the glove training with his trainer, you know, he hit his trainer so hard that you could see his trainer backing up, and it wasn't on purpose. Cal said, "We all know what killed George. We can't talk about it though, since YouTube has punished us for discussing
Alright.
that." Morning, Animal Farm.
Animal
Yeah, all
Farm.
them daggum, all them hamburgers on the George Foreman grill.
Right.
Should have been eating more chicken.
Yep.
They say that the coating, the Teflon coating on the pans and stuff that we cook with, they say that messes with a man's sperm count.
It can.
Well, you know what? I'm 61 years old. I don't give 2 fucks about mine. I got 4 kids, 5 kids. So yeah, I don't think it bothers you.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about mine either. I ain't looking for no kids.
Whee!
Right.
One of these days, Fred's gonna rub one off, and something's gonna pop up like, "Hi, pops."
Hey, I've already got one surprise. So in the last 2 years.
I used to make fun of my brother. Okay, so funny story about my brother. My brother has mental issues. He's bipolar, and he always has to be when we were kids, he always had to be the center of attention, no matter what we were doing. So one day we're sitting in my living room. It's me, my cousin, Justin, and my brother. And my brother's like, "Hey, watch this," and he calls one of those online dating lines and sets it up, and he's getting ready. He's like, "Watch this! I'm going to record this really cool message, from my intro." And he starts rambling at the mouth and just going on and on and on. And I just heard this. My friends call me Maestro. And not even thinking about it, out of my mouth came, that's because he plays the skin flute.
Oh.
He was so pissed off because that actually showed up on his recording. Thomas says, same Fred. 4 boys. Now I dust tables with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got 2 daughters and 3 sons, so
Damn.
One was enough for me.
Excuse me.
you know, you hear these guys pranking these telemarketers and shit. It's funny as hell, but I heard this one last night. It's so funny. It says, Snoop Dogg's greenhouse, we got the best sticky icky. He said, a little bit of this will make you cook like Martha Stewart. How much do you want?
Oh my. That's hilarious. Cal says, ooh, sick burn.
Yeah, I would laugh, like I normally would, but I'm trying not to cough.
No, you're fine. We understand. Jamie is not down with the sickness. Good morning, Elmo. Elmo says
Hey,
good
Elmo.
morning. Now, the other burn that I used to do on him was, hold on 1 second, guys.
The fuck?
Fred's listening to his Qualcomm.
Oh.
So what's the weather supposed to be like today, Chris?
Supposed to be pretty nice. A little bit of rain. They're calling for rain this afternoon.
Oh, man.
Rain, go away.
My one friend that just passed away, his funeral's today. We're supposed to be meeting at the Harley down at Steamer-Rama, and then we're going over to Lancaster for something. I guess the service is over there.
Oh, wow.
And I'm debating if I want to ride or not.
What time's the service?
Kickstand's up at 12. And I don't have internet no more. That fucking sucks. Well, on my computer.
Oh, let me see. There's 49% chance at 11, 73% chance at 12 for rain.
Yeah, it seemed
Then
50
it's
this
going to
morning.
clear up. From there.
Puss, get your damn garbage bag out and go.
I just spent an hour, 2 hours cleaning my bike up the other day.
I'm going to make it a mission to go to Ocean City Rally this year.
Huh.
I may have to take a whole week off, but I'm sure it's about a 2-day ride up there, 2-day ride home.
Huh.
From Tennessee, anyway.
Yeah. I got a lot of friends that go up there.
Never been to a bike rally, so not there anyway.
I was at the one in Daytona
Wow.
twice. when I lived down there. Wasn't too bad.
Daytona's always cold and rainy. I'm gonna go to the Biketoberfest this year.
Yeah.
I'll do Florida. I'll do Panama City for spring rally.
Well, the nice thing about the nicest thing I saw about the bike week in Daytona is when I was living down there was a lot of riffraff. I won't go any deeper than that. But when Bike Week came around, you hardly seen any of the riffraff. They were gone. You didn't even see them when all the bikes were in town. Probably because they knew they fuck around, they find out.
Hi, buddy.
Yeah, they don't play, that's for
Brady,
sure,
Brady,
man.
come here.
How's that?
What are you
I said they don't play, that's for sure. The
Yeah.
bikers don't.
Nope. Especially you get a couple
There you
1%.
go, Mike. We just lost most of that. You
What's
froze
that?
up. You said something about the riffraff in Daytona, then you froze up.
Oh.
I think you must have froze up, Fred. Because we were holding the conversation. Did you even hear me talk, bud?
Oh, I was talking about Sturgis, and I thought
Yeah,
I saw y'all move. Maybe it was me.
Yeah, we didn't hear you
No,
say
I
anything
got all
about
my
Sturgis,
bars.
bud. We didn't hear you say anything about Sturgis,
Okay,
bud.
maybe it was
Sorry.
me then.
Hmm.
My bad.
Oops.
Just
No,
Oops.
I was watching a documentary on Amazon Prime Video about called 1 Million Motorcycles. It was two-part documentary about Sturgis. That's pretty good.
Oh shit.
nice.
Yeah.
The Skittles.
But
Bikers are cool,
That's on
but
the bucket list.
I don't get the whole 1%er thing myself.
my
That
my
don't
late
seem like freedom to me.
hi Brady.
Brady, come on.
So
Come on,
my uncle was a member of the Sons of Satan over here.
Oh shit.
And I remember one day we were going over. They had moved to Delaware, but they still owned property up in Wrightsville.
Yeah.
So they had to come up and do some work up there. And he asked me if I'd come over and help him. And he's like, afterwards we'll have a barbecue and stuff. And so that morning I get Katie up, and we're running late because Katie just wasn't cooperating. And when I
always
get
Katie's
there,
fault.
my dad pulls me off to the side. He said, "You missed it." I said, "What?" He said, "Yeah." He asked me to go with him to collect rent, some back rent that the guy owed him. Morning, Ruth. And Dad went along with him. And he asked the guy, he said, "Where's my rent money?" And the guy flat out, I got to give it to him. The guy didn't lie about it. He just flat out looked at him and said, "I went and bought drugs and smoked it." Dad said my uncle didn't even think twice about it. He grabbed him by the back of his head, put his head through his fucking kitchen table.
Oh,
He said, now, when everything was done and over with, he looked at the guy and he said, "I'm sorry, I overreacted." He said, "I'll replace your table."
That's
Almost
funny.
says, most bikers I know are teddy bears unless you give them a reason not to be a teddy bear. Yeah. I'll tell you what, they're some of the toughest people I've ever met. Troop, who was the leader, who used to be the leader of the Sons, at 70 years old, somebody clipped him coming down 283 and took him off his bike. And the bike slid so far that it almost eroded all the way through the gas tank to where the gas tank was going to leak.
Damn.
Bent the handlebars. It was bad. And yeah, Troop got up, picked his bike up, walked it off the side of the highway, and then manually bent the fucking handlebars back into place.
Brady, no.
And now this guy was just really short. I mean, if he was 5'1", I'd be surprised. But he was one of the nicest guys you'd ever meet.
Yeah, they're patriots, you know. I mean, back during BLM, all that bullshit, there was supposedly a bunch of BLM ass clowns coming across the Wrightsville Bridge, and they were going to fuck up a bunch of statues here in Wrightsville. And there was a bunch of Legion riders down there. There was a couple pagans, knights, 1%er group of knights, something. They were down there. It was like there was probably a total of 10 1%ers down there, and probably about 15 Legion riders and just other riders. My older brother went down with me, of course. But yeah, we were down there. We were waiting for BLM to come across the Wrightsville Bridge. They were going to get some ass whooping, but they didn't come across.
You want to beat them back to the other side?
Yeah, they didn't show up. Me and my neighbor up the road, Kenny, we rode across the bridge to the Wrightsville side and kind of rode right around the end of the bridge there, and we didn't see nobody. We didn't see no BLM nowhere.
Because that was too far for them to walk. That's over a mile
Oh yeah,
off the bridge.
yeah. Wrightsville Bridge is a
They don't
long
have
bridge.
that kind of resolve.
No. Well, you know, they're just idiots. You know, this climate
Everybody
change
wants to complain
bullshit.
about racism, but they're the ones that keep it alive, and I don't understand that. But the biggest
Yeah.
ones want to cry that there's
Yeah.
racism going on.
Damn right.
And then they're the ones actually doing it against us, and it's like, yeah, you're doing it.
Yep.
Oh, but they can do it to us. We can't do it to them.
Well, I'm
No.
not talking just black. I'm talking there's a whole different, there's some different ones anyway.
Well, here's my
Yeah,
problem.
I know what you mean.
Here's my problem with the movement. It was hijacked by a bunch of rich white kids who wanted to go and loot and riot and have a reason for it.
Yeah. Black and white. I mean, there was no color discernment
Yeah,
there.
I mean it was.
Somebody looking for a reason to go, look at me. Hey, I'm
Yeah.
an idiot.
Get some free shit, get away with it. You know.
Daniel said, "Did you see when Antifa kicked the one guy's bike?" I know that out in Portland, Oregon, there was an incident with Antifa started with a biker gang out there, and they FA'd really quick. FAFO'd. Sorry, I got it backwards. FAFO'd real quick.
Yeah.
That one Antifa member went to visit wherever God's placing him. Yeah, and it almost turned into a lot worse than that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're a whole lot less likely to stick to the laws, you know. They're damn near like the mafia
Well, it's
most of the time.
and it's same with the alphabet soup crowd.
Yeah.
Look at me, look at me.
Yeah.
We don't care. Go live your life. Go ahead.
Yeah.
The only thing I'm going to say is I'll reach out and say, hey, if I don't tell you what I believe based on the Bible, then that means that I don't care about you. I don't love you, and that's not right. That's something that I don't feel good about.
If you're truly in need, I'll help anybody. But if it's just to if your intentions are not honorable, I got nothing for you.
Yeah, if you're just lazy,
and that's still going against God, because God says you help everybody no matter. He'll sort out the mess.
Yeah, true story. True story.
I can't get behind it. And I can't support it.
Everybody likes to. A lot of people like to throw around in the LGBT alphabet community about God, thou shalt not judge. Well, hold on. Yes, it does say that, but you have to read on to get the context to where God says that you have to make sure that you are taking care of yourself and your sins before you try to go after somebody else and talk to them about their sins.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, never one of us perfect, so
nope,
I
Nope.
nope.
tend to my own
I
business.
I will not ever say that
Don't
I'm
make your
perfect.
business my business, and I won't make my business your business.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And if you get in my business, I'll sure enough ask you out of it.
This is an A and B conversation. See your way out. That's what Fred's saying.
Yeah.
So Cal said they have to have something going wrong that's someone else's fault in their lives so they can excuse their own personal failures.
Yeah.
Well,
Always.
they don't have the problems is what really comes down to. They don't have problems, so they have to make up problems,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Yep. Yep.
No, no,
They got too much damn
they want
time.
special treatment for their decisions, and I don't agree with that. I don't get special provisions from the way I live my life. Why
Yeah.
should I
Well, a
give you
lot of
special?
yeah. A lot of them don't work. They got too much damn time on their hands.
Exactly.
Most of
Get
them
a
are broke
fucking
from all the
job. Get a
dadgum
fucking.
maintenance behind their decisions,
Yep.
That too. Um,
and
Well, they're just
want government assistance and subsidies. Nah, I'm sorry.
well, now you have
Cut it off
solar.
if you want to, or grow one if you want to, but be at work on Monday morning, pay your own bills.
yeah. Do it your damn self.
You chose that. You want a new car, you can't afford it. You think the government's going to give you one?
No.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, basically, that's what it is.
And they think they're so brave for keying people's Teslas when they don't realize that they're being fucking watched by the
Yeah.
damn car.
Yeah. That's some good shit. I keep seeing about that. What little
What's
I've been
that?
paying attention to. Oh, these people burning Teslas, and they got people keying Teslas. The one dude walked up beside a Tesla, big fat guy,
I'm
and he stuck his hand down the back of his pants. I don't know what the hell he had going on in his ass crack, but he wiped it all over this Tesla car uh, door handle, and he stuck his hand back in. He did it again. He did it like 4 or 5 times. He kept sticking his hand down his pants and then rubbing it on the handle. I don't know what he had going on in his ass crack, but I don't know.
He probably
Well, I got to
pooped
be a
in it.
big fat white guy.
I forget if he was a white guy or a black guy,
It was a white guy,
but they
Okay.
got people
but he was.
keying them. You know, they busted that old white dude in the
Yeah,
parking lot. They're
yeah, it
like,
was
"We saw
funny.
you keying this car," and he's like, "Oh no." But
They
they
messed
are
up the
going.
license plates.
Yeah, they are going after him. That's at least good to see.
They're going to be
Yeah.
treated like domestic terrorists.
Yep.
Oh my
You
God!
know,
Just
get
because
the
he's
hell out.
fat, you're gonna hate. Damn it!
Oh, shut up. You're only mad because you're
Can't
fat too.
He
can't
looks
Hey,
kind of
can't.
like Newman. He looked kind of like Newman from Seinfeld.
Oh, I'll
yeah,
fuck you up.
yeah, yeah,
I'll fuck you straight up.
Not you, Day. Not the guy that was digging in his ass.
yeah.
Almost said,
Hey, us
aren't
fat guys got to
Teslas, at
stay
least the
together.
older ones, owned by people leaning left? Yeah, and that's what the one lady was driving to work one day, and she's in traffic, and this guy is beside her giving her the finger, and she's like, "Why are you giving me the finger for driving my vehicle?" And I'm like, it shows the hypocrisy of them too. They all about all this climate change bullshit, but they're gonna fucking burn electric vehicles, which gives off so much toxic gases, and
Yeah.
Here's a question. What would happen if Elon bought Planned Parenthood? Would they start burning abortion clinics?
Probably.
Probably. Probably.
Cal
They are
says,
just that stupid.
Yeah, they are.
laugh out loud, he was digging for gold nuggets and got brown instead.
Yeah. What can Brown do for you?
Ew.
Yeah.
Joe Biden and finger painting, that's all I'm putting out there.
Yeah. They went to Joe Biden's painting school lessons.
Thomas said,
Hmm.
my fat is paid for. Yeah, mine is too, Thomas. Elmo said, hey, Fred.
Sup?
When you
Sup?
My skinny
give
is
you a
paid for.
great tool.
Everybody can't have the big, long, glowing,
Oh,
flowing locks.
See, if y'all grow long hair, you wouldn't get fat. That's
Elmo
Dude,
why I'm
says,
skinny.
if I could grow hair, period, I'd be
That's
happy.
what. That's why I'm skinny. I got too much hair. It takes all my food for my hair.
Elmo says, hey, Fred. When you got a
Hey,
great tool, you need to build a shed over it.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
okie dokie.
Okie dokie, Smokey.
So what's everybody up
Oh
to
man.
today? Well, I know you
Huh?
said you have a funeral to go to, Mike.
I really don't
6
want to go
foot.
to it. Don't really want to go to it, but I just found out about it this morning, and he was a really good friend of mine. My one friend, Mike. He's a truck driver, but he's a hell of a good cook, and he always does.
Wait, wait, What's he got being a truck driver and being a good cook? What the fuck?
Oh no,
I'm a truck
that's just.
driver. Look at my fat ass. You damn right we're good cooks.
Yeah, no, I ain't nothing wrong with it, brother. I love truckers, man. But,
He's
but he'd have parties.
joking.
He would have parties. He would have parties on like Labor Day, Memorial Day, and a bunch of us would get together and we'd sit out in his garage. And this guy could cook some amazing fucking food.
Uh,
He could cook. He could cook some amazing food. Well, Carrie was one of the regulars at our parties, and it sucks because Mike just lost his wife end of last year, and now we lost one of our best friends, which was totally out of the blue. I thought this guy was in pretty good shape myself. I mean, he was in his 60s, but he didn't smoke. I mean, he smoked weed, but he was a decent guy, man. It's going to be hard to have a party next time.
Yeah.
Down to me, Mike, and his brother.
Elmo is its own day because been running the last couple of days with the doctor stuff. So down day is definitely good.
Yep. I put in there, you and the wife need some downtime.
Sexy time.
When you're tired, when you're going, I've learned from dealing with that the stress and running around and stuff like that and the treatments can run you down really bad. And it's not just the person going through it, it's the family as well.
Uh-huh.
And you need to make sure you take time for yourselves to just try and find a way to relax for a little bit and get out of your head.
Yeah. Hard to do in this world.
Oh, Daniel says my wife makes a great meal. She can order anything from Uber Eats.
Did you see where people? Did you see where people were starting to use basically payment plans to order food?
No, I didn't see that.
It's something like Uber Eats or whatever. You can make payments on your meal. Like I could use Uber Eats and get a pizza, and they set it up on a payment plan where I could be paying for this pizza over the next couple of weeks or months. That
Yeah, it's
shit
called Klarna.
that shit is just stupid.
Wow. if you need to, well, I mean, I
If
get
you're that
it.
if you're that damn broke, you probably don't have a credit card either. You know, I mean, it's just, it's just lazy, idiot people with nefarious intentions doing this shit.
Elmo says, I think that's for the Uber Eats drivers.
No, that's for the people that order the food.
Elmo, does she at least take it out of the containers and plate it up real nice for you?
They finally, it sucks now that I don't have Dan Bongino to watch. I know that.
Are you going to start going over to Rumble and watching their daytime show list? Going to start
I
out with
watch.
Evita?
I watch Evita, and then I watch Vince.
Well,
I guess
she's moving over to Rumble. She's not going to be on YouTube after March 28th.
I watch her. I watch all them on Rumble.
Yeah, they're doing a like a dedicated daytime streaming thing now. It's going to be start with Evita.
Evita, Vince, and then Haley. I forget what they called what Bongino called the new thing that they got. Like a broadcast thing, whatever. But yeah, Vince is pretty cool. I watched him. This was his first week. He had Tucker on the first 2 days. Then he talked to JD Vance. Then he had Don Jr. on Friday, I guess it was. Vince seems like a pretty good guy. He doesn't have the knowledge that Bongino has or experience, but he did work for Daily Wire for like 15 years. And he's got a good demeanor. He does a good show. It's just not quite as informative as it was with Dan.
Yeah. Well, Dan had insights from inside. He was.
He was on the inside of that bubble. And then Haley, she's on at 6:00. She's okay. I was afraid she was just going to mimic Evita's show, but she doesn't. And then she does this thing at the end of her show where they show funny clips of shit. It's called Scroll Time or something like that. But it's pretty good. If I'm around, I watch it. I guess they moved Dan Bongino's show from 11:00 to 10:00. So it goes from Evita at 9 right into Vince's show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which keeps messing me up. I end up catching the playback on Vince usually. But he's pretty good to watch if y'all get a chance. Has a little bit different of a demeanor than Dan. Because I know Dan could piss people off a little bit because he didn't sugarcoat shit. You know,
no.
Dan told it what it was.
So this is off of Rumble's page. Yeah, Evita was on YouTube, I think. Wasn't she on YouTube?
I never watched her on YouTube.
You know what? Maybe she wasn't because she came up with Dan. Dan's the one that brought her in, so she probably was just on Rumble.
Yeah, and that was long after he parted ways with YouTube. Well, Dan ain't been with YouTube for what, 2 years now?
I thought it was longer than that. But yeah, so Rumble unveils Rumble Live, a linear live streaming lineup. This is from March 13th. It said, Rumble, the video sharing platform and cloud services provider, today unveiled Rumble Live, a linear live streaming lineup of dynamic creator content that will take viewers through the entire day without having to visit any other place for their news, commentary, and entertainment. Rumble is reimagining the video platform experience by offering a format in which shows use the Rumble rating technology to follow one another and carry audiences seamlessly into the next show.
Yeah.
Each show will appear on the creators' individual Rumble channels. In addition to the Rumble Live lineup, many creators, including Steven Crowder, will voluntarily cut off their YouTube live streams on March 24th and exclusively stream on Rumble. The daytime lineup has been set, with the afternoon and evening program to be announced soon. But as of right now, it starts out at 9 a.m. with Avita Duffy. 10 a.m. is Vince. 11 a.m. is Steven Crowder. 12 is Tim Pool. 1 p.m. is Russell Brand. And then 2 p.m. is The Quartering. And then it rounds off with 4 p.m. is Viva Fry.
And Avita's going to have Tim Pool on next week, one day, I believe. Or she's going on the Tim Pool show. Either or. Yeah.
Good morning, Andrea.
I never watched much of Tim Pool, but I know he's on the right side.
Yeah, he's more in the middle than on any side. I mean, he's
not on the left. You know, as long as you're not on the left, you're doing okay.
I just text my sister. I text my sister, letting her know I was like, I'm staying home. I woke up feeling more like shit. Told her which stuff to leave alone and things like that.
Yeah. Bruce said that's because Crowder keeps getting strikes on YouTube. Yeah. YouTube likes him about as much as they like me.
Or Dan.
Right?
Yeah.
Andrea.
YouTube.
I'm not like my normal self. I'm sick.
Elmo says good lineup, but no way I have the time to listen to them all day. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, I just turn my shit on and do what I got to do, and they play in the background. Yeah, it usually goes anyway. I watch a show and miss most of it anyway because I'm doing this and doing that, and now I'm trying to do painting with these things. Did that one last night.
Ooh.
No carving.
Thomas says, have a blessed and relaxing day, everyone. I guess he's got to head out. Hey, Thomas, be safe. Have a great day, bud. We'll see you.
Be safe, Thomas.
See you later, bud.
Check that one out, Jamie.
Oh, that is awesome. I saw that on your Facebook last night. I thought that was fucking awesome.
It's got some carving in it. I'm gonna do a little more carving. That definitely got some carving in it.
Nice.
Yeah, but I like that one. I like the Ride On too, because you put the blue in, but blue's my favorite color and everything. But yeah,
that's close to the color of my Kawasaki.
Oh yeah,
pretty damn close. My Kawasaki's like a darker turquoise.
Elmo said people like Tim Pool and Joe Rogan are traditionally left, and the left left them. Yeah, well, the left left everybody behind. They're so far gone.
Well, a lot of people are leaving the left too. I mean, you know what I mean? Look at most. Well, there's a couple people on Trump's team that used to be liberals. You know,
yeah, like Tulsi Gabbard.
Tulsi Gabbard. RFK, yep.
I mean, even in his first term, there were people who used to be leftists that were in there. Richard Grenell, the first gay cabinet member in history, but you know, they try and say that Biden had the first gay cabinet member. Well, no, it was Trump. But yeah, I mean, Brandon Strzok, I don't know if you know who he is. He started the Walkaway campaign.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Did they ever bust the two, I guess, congressmen that were packing fudge in the Supreme Court or whatever?
No, it was in the Senate chambers.
Senate chambers, yeah. Fucking packing
that I heard of.
That's crazy shit, man.
Apparently, from what I heard, that happens a lot more than what we would think it does.
Yeah. Well, you know, they're perverted motherfuckers. You know, they're so far removed from normal life It's just unbelievable.
Well, I
Andrea,
mean,
go ahead, Jenny.
like, no, sorry. Like what Chris brought up last night with the devil thing. It's like they're kind of in pact with the devil right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. I wouldn't doubt if there are a couple of them that actually pray to devil, to help them out. I wouldn't surprise me at all.
I
There's
mean, they go to the Bohemian Grove.
there's a
They got
tradition in the Democrat Party of being Satan worshipers. And yes, you can back this up. There's a
Yeah.
place in Virginia called Crawford Road. It's an old KKK hanging ground and Satan worship place.
Huh.
Andrea said, "You're sick too, Jamie. Ugh, I'm sorry. I hope you feel better soon."
Yeah, I'm sick.
Yeah, true that.
I don't know where I caught it from, but like not last night, but the night before, I woke up coughing and I felt like something was stuck in my throat, which is why I was coughing, and went back to sleep and I woke up feeling like shit.
Mike Ruth says, "Mike, your signs are all custom, right? I might have a sign to get you to make." She says, "I don't know how I'd get it though." Well, if you have money for shipping, you could ship it.
Yeah.
Just depends on how big it is. You might have to ship it freight, and that's gonna be a pretty penny. Daniel says, "Who is the one guy Glenn Greenwald traditionally left but not crazy left?" Well, I mean, you got Matt Taibbi is another one. He's the one that came out with the help with the Twitter files when they came out. He was really big fighting against the censorship that was going on. Michael Schellenberger is another one. Jimmy Dore, I mean, he's pretty far left, and he's even calling them out and telling them that they've lost their fucking minds. So, good morning, Ann. Ann says, "Hi, everyone." She says, "I
Hi.
take garlic pills and halls."
Okay.
You won't have to worry about vampires, right, Ann?
Yep.
Yeah.
Blood sucking left.
But yeah, I mean, it's crazy the shit that you find out that has happened in this country over the years.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Just when you think people are depraved as it is, you find out that they are far more depraved than you even thought.
Oh, definitely.
Oh yeah.
I've seen stuff that's just made my stomach churn and made me very angry. We'll leave it at that.
I'll just stay here in the junkyard with my cats. Thank you very much.
Mr. Fluffers, what you doing, huh?
I know you said Mr. Fluffers, but it almost sounded like you said Mr. Fuckers.
Mr.
I
Fucker.
called him that too. Cal says, "Absolutely insane. I knew waste was waste, but the level of waste shocked me." Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
The level of corruption, I mean, we knew that they were funneling money into the Democratic Party from the government. We knew it was happening. We just didn't know how.
Yeah, for miscellaneous programs.
And then when they sat there and said that one line item for Homeland Security was $4.7 trillion just for that one thing, and it was undefined, and I'm like, that's where they're getting their money.
Yeah.
That's where they're siphoning it from.
Yeah.
And now George Soros and them are funding groups going around the country to heckle Republicans at these Republican town squares.
Mm-hmm.
Wyoming of all places. The representative that took Liz Cheney's seat did a town hall up there, and was getting heckled so bad she just stopped. She left. And you know that the people who were heckling her probably weren't even from that state. I mean, Trump won the state by 75%.
Yeah.
Well, I got to roll. Y'all have a good day.
Later, bud.
All right,
Hey,
man.
Mike, 1 second, bud.
What's up?
Bruce said I want to get a sign made for at our trailer, and another one for something that looks better for my channel sign. Well,
hit me up on Facebook.
If you have a design made up, if you want to send it to me, I can make sure Mike gets it.
Oh, hold on, I gotta get out of here. My brother's pulling in.
All right, bud.
Bye.
Have a great day.
Y'all have a great day. Later.
Yep, later, bud. All righty. We lost Fred.
Yep.
We lost him a while ago, though. Fred,
Yeah,
if you can hear
yeah.
us, have a good day, bud.
Yeah, my foot fell asleep.
Cal says, yeah, I hunger, need breakfast. I'll catch you later. Have a blessed
Later,
day and
bud.
weekend. Take care, Cal. Hi, Cindy. Good morning, James. Welcome in. How you all doing? Yeah, I mean, I'm going to worry all weekend. I know that. Hold on. I got an
Rotating.
update on boats.
Okay.
His wife, he said, hey, Chris, it's Carrie. He shut the phone off because it was dying. He is still in the hospital because of the swelling in his neck. They nicked the back of his throat and need to repair it. So they needed to leave the tube in overnight to keep him sedated. The removal surgery went well. I'm going to shut his phone back off to charge before I take it to him. Here is my number. Shoot me a message so I have yours until he can, and I'll keep you updated. Okay. So
they nicked him. Damn.
Yeah, they cut his throat. That's ugh.
It sucks.
That's why I think I won't let anybody work on my neck area. You know.
Yeah. Such a delicate area. Like when I had my sinus surgery right in here, I had a polyp, but they broke the bone right there.
Ooh.
And I had a black eye from that.
Yeah, I had a black eye from my my brother breaking my freaking my nasal cavity. I went to blow my nose because my nose was bleeding. Didn't think about it. And my eye over here just went poof and blew up like a balloon. I kind of looked like Quasimodo from the Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Yeah. I ran into the wall. I was running in the house. I was like 15, 16. I had braces on. I'm running in the house with a dog treat, getting away from my Sheltie, and I slid on the last step, and I went face first into the wall, and I had bloody lip, bloody nose, everything. I'm crying. My mom's like, "What the fuck?" and everything. And the next morning, because I'm staying home from school, she kept me home just to make sure everything was okay with me. I see a sign that says Lippy was here. My mom made a sign with big lips and regular eyes and everything because when I ran into the wall, I made my lip all puffy. So my nickname for my mom was Lippy.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah. I'm gonna take a shower today. I freaking need it. Might help too.
And you said, "Wow, Chris, I would have freaked out if I seen that." Ann said to Ruth, down around my area, you can get a metal sign made.
It'd be cool to get something custom for my birthday.
I'm looking at maybe getting a neon sign for behind me. But I have to save up the money and I have to figure out if I want to. I mean, I want to get one for the foundation for when we do, because we're going to start doing shows talking about what we're doing inside the foundation, videos that way. And then of course, we have this show that we do here.
Yeah, with the foundation, you're gonna have a completely different channel for that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not going to do any of the stuff that we do here on there. We're not allowed to.
Yeah, I just want to double check with that because I want to make sure that you're good. That's all.
Yep. No, we're not allowed to be political with the foundation. So we have to be apolitical. Andrew asked when your birthday is, Jamie.
November 15th. It's also when I found my mom. So I need to make something. I need to make that day into something better.
Yeah.
I don't. When I was inpatient, I asked one of the nurses there, because she had the same thing happen. And I'm like, well, how did you deal with your birthday? And she was like, well, I kind of focused on other people. It's like, well, I don't have other people to focus on, you know?
Oh, there went the electric tripping. Okay.
Uh-oh.
There we go. Whoa, too much light now.
Light. Let there be light.
Bring it down just a little bit there. How's that? Am I not too scary, but scary enough?
Yep, you're good.
Alrighty. I messaged Boat's better half, and so now she'll keep me updated from hers. Well, Elmo, I do have my I'm gonna trademark this picture for the show, and it's going to be the branding.
No, it's all good, Andrea. Don't worry about it. I'm not upset over it.
I know I'm getting a 4x, I think it's 4x4. No, he said it's a rectangle, but it's going to be a banner for the foundation for when we go to do like events and stuff that I can hang to promote the foundation behind us. I know I'm getting that made up here soon. Alright, I should almost be at my... I've got way too many damn pictures on this phone, and I even went through and deleted a bunch of them.
I yelled at my old doctor's office. I think it was not yesterday, but the day before. I'm trying to get my medication to cyclobenzaprine. They're kind of being in with the VA on sending stuff, so I told them, like, you better send it. And also I went off on them for my mom and everything. Just like, you guys helped traumatize me. Oh, hey.
So that's what I'm going to get. I'm getting that trademarked. They're
But
the
yeah,
same thing, and they're the same thing. Sorry.
No, you're good. I yelled at them, and I also yelled at them for having someone call me saying, "Oh, we weren't trying to go to the family." And it's like the family was the one that fucking notified you.
That's what happened with my dad. Passed away a day after my mom's birthday. We were supposed to be getting together for her birthday that day, and he wasn't feeling well. He passed that night, and she didn't want to celebrate her birthday the next year. Yeah, something like that can really mess with people's heads, and it depresses them. And I get it. I mean, I can't say that I understand. Haven't had that happen, but I mean, losing someone that you love is already hard enough. But to have that happen on a special day, like a wedding anniversary or a birthday or something along those lines, just makes it 100 times harder. Cindy said she needs to call me today. Alrighty, I'll be here all day. Yes, Boats is in the hospital. He had emergency surgery yesterday. They had to take out the spinal stimulator that they put in due to an infection in his back. And during the surgery, apparently the surgeons nicked his throat, so they have to go in and do a repair on that. So he is currently unconscious still, from what I understand. They had to keep the breathing tube down his neck, so that way they don't have
Down
to
his throat.
that way they don't have to try and reinsert him. Cindy said her birthday is. She said, Jamie, my birthday is November 12th.
Yeah, can I steal your birthday then?
Well, you can celebrate your birthday anytime you want, really. Bruce said they were married 57 years. That's hard. You don't see that anymore, really, unless it's an older couple.
My parents were married. If my mom and dad stayed alive, they would have been married 40 years.
Andrea, no, that is the banner for the for the show. That's the show's picture. This is the banner for the website, and I'll be getting that made up. Now, I could have him do it in pieces to where it would do the entire picture. Sorry, I'm working around the cat here. So if I wanted to, I could have him do the entire picture, but it would be in separate 4-foot wide swatches.
Oh, Almost. Your birthday's November 18th? I know another person with November 18th as a birthday.
Me and my uncle share the same birthday, the 27th of September. And I'm still trying to find a way to get these made into embroidered patches.
I'm on a list.
That one, oops, wrong direction. And that one, I like that one better, honestly.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I tried to look into getting this patch here with the snake on it made, and they wanted for 10 patches they wanted $110.
Fuck that.
I said, well, I don't think people are going to want to pay $20 some a patch. Ann said her son's birthday's today. He's 46 years old. Well, happy birthday to your son. Hopefully he has a good day. Ruth says I'm late by a few weeks. She's the December 1st baby. So,
Yeah, a few of my friends and I, we kind of figured out that my mom did what she did as a final fuck you to me. And I was like, yeah, that sounds about right.
Daniel
She was
says
not a very nice person.
Daniel says you wanted to keep your private room longer, Ruth. That's all. Laugh out loud. In the ICU, most likely. She didn't tell me if he was in ICU or not, but I would assume that you're correct. He's probably in ICU. So please keep praying for Boats and his wife. Pray for strength and wisdom for her, so that she makes good decisions, because he's not capable of making decisions right now, so it all falls on her. So,
Skittles.
I got to get all the stuff, all the paperwork together and take it. Our taxes for the foundation are due on the May 15th, so I got to go get them done.
Oof.
Shouldn't be too bad. Really, girl? Are you waving high or what? I just looked down at my phone and see the playback because of, the 15-second delay. And I see her with her paw in front of the camera waving. Here, let me rewind and I'll show you.
Oh shit. That's
There?
funny. Yeah.
There it is still. Yeah, she's still. I'm like, really, cat? That's one thing these cats definitely have, is personality. Good lord.
Yep. Yep, Skittles is over here. She wants me to lay down. So does Brady.
Yeah. So, but, like I said, I'm gonna get a hold of Jay. I think Jay said he's gonna run the movies today. So we're going to be watching Back to the Future, Back to the Future 2, and Back to the Future 3 back to back today in the Discord channel. I'll pop in and out as I'm able to. I've got some things that I've got to work on around here. And yeah. But that being said, it's after 9 o'clock, so I got to wrap things up and get busy. Thank you all for being here. Hopefully you had a good time with us.
Later.
If you did, please hit the like button. And if you're new here, subscribe. Come hang out with us. Bye, Brady.
Yeah, he meowed while yawning. So, later, guys.
Bruce says, I have a dinner party today with friends, so a busy day to get started. Well, hopefully you have a great time, Ruth. It's always good to spend time with friends. And yeah. You all know how to get a hold of me. If you need to talk or anything, you can always call me. There's my number. It amazes me. I always expect to get prank calls and shit, and I really don't get many, except for a couple times Boats has pranked me. But yeah. All right, y'all. Be safe. Have a great day. Love y'all, and we're out. Peace. See you later.